Good morning.
Good morning. This is our trip home. We just started out about an hour ago or so. We stopped at Shipley's to get some kolaczkis.
No, kolaczkis.
Kolaczkis, sorry.
Kolaczkis are the Polish cookies, mommies.
Yeah. Food, okay?
Yes, food. For those of you who don't know what a kolaczy is, it's actually, Jim, why don't you grab the bag and you can show everybody?
All right.
You can pull out a cheesy one. Because I'm hungry.
Are you hungry?
Yeah. It's breakfast.
Yeah. I'm cutting off half my face trying to do this.
There you go.
I don't need lights.
Yeah, you can see you. It was pitch black.
No. I don't even want to see this ugly mug this time of day.
Oh, stop. So this is a kolaczy from Shipley's. It is basically I'm going to break it in half. It is a beautiful, lovely, bready, biscuity, sweet dough with sausage, and this one has cheese in it. Sometimes you can get them with egg and sausage and ham and sausage and cheese and ham and cheese, whatever. But we just like the plain, the regular, original, and then I like it with cheese. So wherever I can get extra protein. Go ahead.
And we don't really have these particular. I don't think you guys want to look up my nose. We don't have these in Missouri. So every time we go to Texas, we get ourselves some. Granted, they don't last the trip. They're usually gone by the time we get back home. So
they're best fresh.
Yeah, they are better fresh.
But they do reheat. So.
And they don't sell them in the freezer case. So.
Well, they do, but they're not as good. Not like this.
Oh, I've never seen them in the freezer case.
We looked at them last night. I mean, not Shipley's. Kolaczkis. Remember? We looked at the bag from H-E-B.
Oh, I'm talking about out in Missouri.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant here. Never mind.
Why would I want to talk about them here when I can get them fresh from the store?
I don't know. I was thinking you were talking about bringing them home frozen. Sorry.
Oh, no. I was thinking, too bad we can't buy them frozen, like White Castles.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Anyhow, we are, like I said, we are on our way home. ETA for arrival is around, what do we say, 7, 8 o'clock? 7-ish. I'm gonna say 7-ish. Just to be difficult.
I was gonna say 11 hours.
Yeah, about 11 hours. It's not that. 11 hours depending on how many times we have to stop for gas or I gotta go pay. Sorry, he said he had to go pay. We will continue our vlogging, whatever you want to call this, as we go. Until then, see you all later. Bye.
Hey everybody, we just got into Arkansas. Hello.
Hi. Sorry, I was trying to swallow.
It's okay. We're eating our lunch, and I wanted to share with you something that I found at H-E-B. Those of you who don't know, H-E-B is a chain of grocery stores that I believe is exclusive to Texas and maybe its surrounding areas, but I think it's just in Texas. And they're really a beautiful supermarket. They have really great sales, these awesome coupons, and really good quality food. And they're huge. They have lots of different varieties. But one of the things they have there are cold cuts, lunch meat, maybe you'll call it lunch meat, made by Boar's Head. And Boar's Head was a product we could get in New York when we lived there. Boar's Head, Boar's Head. Jimmy's doing the Boar's Head dance. And the only place we found it besides St. Louis is Springfield by us. I mean, I'm sure maybe there are other places, but we haven't.
Branson had it.
Right. Well, that's why I said Springfield. It was actually Springfield on the way to Branson that day.
Oh, okay.
But actually the thing we just ate was not Boar's Head. It was H-E-B brand. Excuse me. they roasted a pork loin and they cut it on the slicer. It was seasoned so well. It was beautiful. And it's lunch meat. Like, they slice it thin and whatever size you want, actually. And I had mine on whole wheat with mayonnaise, and Jim's having his on honey wheat with mayonnaise. We are on our way to Little Rock, is the next big city. So if you know what that's all about, you know what that's all about. But we just 7 miles into Arkansas right now. We go through Texarkana, which is the, for those of you who don't know, is right on the border between Texas and Arkansas, hence the name. And we're doing really well this morning. I stopped only an hour into the trip. Actually, it was about an hour and a half into the trip. We stopped for about an hour. I did feel really good. I only slept for 4 hours. I woke myself up before the alarm, and I had trouble falling back to sleep, so we got a little bit of an earlier start. But just after a little bit past the city, I started to get a little like, okay, I could sleep again. So we pulled into a parking lot, and he slept for an hour, which was just perfect amount of refreshing. I drink 2 cups of coffee a day, that you guys know. Mostly it's because of my budget. I have drank coffee the entire time I was in Houston, as well as when I'm home, and I never have any ill effects. But for some strange reason, both the trip here and now the trip home, the coffee is giving me such heartburn and indigestion. I know that coffee is acidic, and actually at home, I say it doesn't give me any ill effects, but if I have 2 cups of coffee and no food, or 2 cups of coffee and something acidic, like I would ever eat coffee with pizza, but if I had coffee and tomato sauce, what else is acidic that I really have to watch? Oh, like chocolate. Yeah. If I have coffee and chocolate, any of those combinations, it really does give me indigestion. But for some reason on the trip, it's just coffee. Excuse me 1 second while I change lanes. I had an egg this morning and a kolache, and then my coffee was giving me heartburn. I mean, I didn't even actually have coffee yet till I ate. I wanted to make sure I ate before, so that I wouldn't have that problem, but it ended up being that problem anyway. So yeah, I figured I'd share that with you guys, just to see maybe you all have similar problems. I really don't know what the driving doesn't give me indigestion. It doesn't bother me. I do it a lot and I love it. On the way down here, I was having some pre-driving anxieties, and I don't know why, but I'm definitely not having any going home, so I would say maybe that was it, but then it's not it, so I don't know. I am taking my Tums. I am being careful. I'm watching my heart rate, and looking for any other symptoms of anything that could else be wrong. So so that's it. Did I say hi to people?
What? No, I'm good.
So Jim and I, on the way, I almost wish I had the camera out. Jim has been doing Bible study for a long time. He also went to, I feel like I'm covering the camera, I'm sorry. I'm covering the microphone. Jim went to 1 year at Ozark Christian College, and financially he couldn't continue, but he really did love the study of the Word. And we did some, I often ask him questions of stuff that I hear that I'm not exactly sure of why. And we get into these great conversations. So we had a great conversation about the veil before. I almost wish I picked up the camera, but Yeah, I think we were going to talk about, we're talking about what content to put in his channel. And I say we because he has asked me for my input. He's asked me for my opinion. And then I had made a suggestion to him about possibly doing some of our couple Bible study book. For those of you who are in a relationship and would like to just see how we do ours. And that's, you know, that's totally fine. Or, so we'll see. It says 128 miles to Little Rock, so we'll maybe pick up the camera when we get there. See you later.
Bye.
Look how cute those are.
Huh?
Look how cute those are.
Yeah.
For $3. Don't worry, you're not on there. Would you see everything without me when I was in the ladies' room? How rude. That's heavy. Feel it. I don't know what it's made out of.
Oh, solid. Probably a solid piece of wood.
It's a hanging shamrock and a cute hat.
Mm-hmm.
Go pick it up for me.
Oh, wait, bud.
Go pick it up. Let me see. Hi. So Jim's asleep. Oops, sorry. Jim's asleep. He sleeps pretty good in the car. I don't know if I've ever told you guys. I probably have, but his mom used to drive him around when he was little to get him to fall asleep. So now we used to joke that he would be asleep before we pulled out of the driveway. So I am almost out of Arkansas. We're gonna hit this little tiny road. Hold on, let me unplug you because you're not getting my full face. So we're almost out of Arkansas. We're gonna hit this little tiny road that, you know, if you ever see the movie Twister, we're always like, that's Bob's Road. And Arkansas is gonna be like in the middle of Bob's Road. It's gonna turn from Arkansas to Missouri. So we're gonna be in Missouri soon, and then of course we have to go, you know, up to Rolla. It's not too bad. I think the GPS said there's a total of like 2.5 more hours. But you guys will see that I'm gonna try, if we make it, to stop at the Dollar General in Houston, Missouri. I found that, and that's on the way. I did find one other one. You know, on the way down I looked to see if there was any on the way, and I only found the one in Houston. But then on the way back I realized there was a tiny one in Marshall. And of course there's probably tons in the towns along the way. I just met one on the road that I was traveling. I passed by the one in Houston, Missouri, which I think, I want to say is like an hour and a half from my house. So it's not someplace I would travel just to go to the Dollar Tree. You know, if anybody needed to go there, I would be like, okay, well, I'm going to go to the Dollar Tree there while you're doing your thing. But I think it's a little too far to just travel just for the sake of traveling to the Dollar Tree. Though I love you guys, and I'd love to show you every Dollar Tree in the United States. And when we do that, then yeah, we'll go there. I wanted to, we talked about a few traveling tips on the way, and one of the traveling tips on the way home is, especially if you're going to be traveling through not interstates and not cities, and you like music, make sure you have music. There's not radio stations everywhere. I'm sure you guys know that. But you'd be surprised how many times I was along the interstate where there wasn't music. You know, you would think that the interstate would have music the whole way, but it doesn't even, depending on where you're going. We were on the I-30, and I-30 had spotty service, radio service from here to there. And then there was some times where they had good radio service, but just no channels that we were interested in, or music that I wanted to hear at the time. So we make sure that we pack CDs and take our iPods, and, you know, we have an auxiliary cable for our car so we can hear it through the radio, and you know, playlists and everything on our phone. So we make sure we have backups of our backups. So that's my little tip. I also make sure you have lots of gum if you chew gum, because it helps when you're traveling through the foothills of the Ozark Mountains when your ears don't pop. That's what it's like right now. So so that's it, and I hope that you guys liked the shower video. I had so much fun.
In 10 miles, turn right onto South Main Street.
Will do, sweetie. I really did have so much fun. You know, it's so emotional. That's why I wasn't on camera, because you don't need to see me cry. But after the travel vlog, I'm gonna go and edit all of the gifts that I made her so that you guys can learn how to make them. I'm also gonna start though with like a beginner's, my tips for beginning sewing. You'll see, I'm gonna walk you through how my sewing machine gets threaded and just some basic things, and then I'm gonna go ahead and show you the more in-depth tutorials. So stay tuned for that, and I will pick you up when I'm at the Dollar Tree.
Hey folks, we're now finally in Missouri. We just crossed over the Arkansas state line to Missouri. We've got roughly another, I'd say about 2 hours before
He's awake, he's awake.
before getting home. Yeah, I'm awake.
He means there's another hour till we get to the Dollar Tree. That's what he means.
Dollar Tree? I don't know nothing about no Dollar Tree.
Actually, I don't even think it's that much. I think it's like 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah, Houston, Missouri, wherever that is, however far that is.
It's not far from the house. I just can't remember if it's an hour or an hour and a half. It's a lot closer than Houston, Texas, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Houston was fun. Haven't seen them in a while, so it was good to get out there. First vacation I've actually had in a while.
Yeah, we didn't go to Ohio this year, so.
Yeah, last year was. Usually we go to Ohio in the fall, but that was a bust. A lot of different things going on that kept us from doing that. But
hopefully got some more traveling this year.
Yep.
That's the hope.
Yeah, we're hoping we can afford to do more traveling.
Ooh, look at the sunset.
Yep.
Can you turn around and look at the sunset? Show them. Yeah, try to turn around.
She says turn around, but hold on a second, folks. Yay, sunset in Missouri.
it's casting. Can you tell on the camera how pink everything is?
It's casting shadows and whatnot.
No, pink.
Yeah. Oh.
Can you see how pink? It's
yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it. Anyhow, getting to go out there to see Lisa and the boys. It was good to see Emmy and her boys. And Josh.
I don't know that you really got to spend any time with him before.
No, I didn't really get to spend time with Josh. I always spent more time with Anthony than Josh.
No, I just said before this trip. I don't know that you really spent any time with him. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, nah, not really. He was usually gone or
this time
out and about.
He's at work and working hard.
Yeah.
Supporting the family and doing a good job.
Yep. Young Eden with her first baby. Well, she's not that young.
She is.
Well,
stop! She's a baby.
To us, she's still young. She's in her 20s.
She's a baby. I changed her diapers. Ooh, dear.
Dear.
Quick, turn around.
Get across the road. Whoa.
Oh, two.
Oh, there goes another one. Not that I see.
You sure? Because I don't want us to start.
I'm pretty sure.
Anybody coming hopping out on me? Okay.
I'm pretty sure, unless they're deep in the brush and scrambling.
Okay.
That was fun.
Did they see?
Yeah, I flipped the camera phone around. Hopefully I caught him.
Hopefully nobody just threw up because the camera switched around so fast because of the deer.
Yeah, I'm not the greatest on doing this. I just,
No, you're learning. You're learning.
But.
Listen, is that another one?
Where?
I don't know, what's the dark thing? Oh, that's
I see a sign or mailboxes.
Sorry. Just making sure again, so
Oh, that's cool.
It's sunset and I still have my sunglasses on because even dusk can give me a headache if I like take them off a little too early. So it's very precarious for me right now because, like you just heard me say, we're going over a hill. I was like, is that another deer up there? But no, it was a mailbox. So okay.
This is cool.
What?
There's this fence line running along the left of us.
Yes.
And every so often I see a tire hanging off the fence line with white painting, and it says, keep out, no soliciting, no hunting. So I guess somebody lives back there on that plot piece of land, or it's a private piece of property, and
Yeah,
whoever owns it doesn't want them to go in there to go hunting or doing anything on his property.
yeah, that's a nice way to let someone know that it's private property, right?
Well, I figure the barbed wire fence would let somebody know.
Yeah, well,
but,
you know, that doesn't always keep everybody out.
yeah, true.
Oh,
But-
wow.
Oh.
We're about to have another beautiful sunset through the trees.
Yeah, let me.
We're home. We made it.
Yay.
Thank you all for coming with us. And I promise starting tomorrow, I am going to make a full force push to get all the comments answered between tomorrow and Thursday. But tomorrow Jim is actually off, but has to work on Valentine's Day.
Don't know that yet. Don't know that yet because I haven't called work to see what day.
I thought you said Taco Bell for sure.
No. I didn't.
Oh, well then maybe not.
So.
Okay, so I'm going to try to get them all answered, but I'd like to spend some time at home with him. Tomorrow's the last day of his vacation. We plan on being home. So if you can all be patient with me, I'll make sure I get them all done by the weekend and be all caught up so that I'm more current and responding within 24 hours again. So thank you all for joining us, and the well wishes have just been enormous. And as always, you take care. God bless. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
I look like who did it, ran, came back, did some more.
Okay.
You gonna sit up? No, you didn't.
I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing.